Hello, and welcome, once again, to Religion's Black Eye. This video will be comprised solely of my recommendations of other channels here on YouTube. I have spent weeks on YouTube watching and evaluating those who I might find myself the most closely aligned. Today I want to direct you to 8 of these individuals. Each of these individuals boasts styles that are as diverse as they are brilliant. Now, as each of their channels already boast thousands of subscribers, you may already be aware of them, but it can't hurt to send you their way. First, I would like to get the easiest recommendation out of the way, as this can come as no surprise to anyone. The Richard Dawkins Foundation channel. Atheist or not, you already know who this man is, and probably already have a strong opinion one way or another. As a source of information, education, and entertainment, you could not do much better. Click the link to check out his channel. Dawkins is not your cup of tea? How about this imposing presence of the World Wide Web? Thunderfoot. This is a man who is living a life that must frustrate Christians to no end. A life of purpose, with an appreciation of our world and its people, and with a temperament that belies a personal contentment that rivals the most pious Christian operating under the oppressive thumb of their God. If still waters run deep, we should rename the Pacific Ocean Thunderfoot. Now, after these two, you may well need a break from the analytical, and often dry, delivery of the preceding two men. Maybe you could use a breath of fresh air. A kinder, gentler, and entirely better looking atheist from whom to get your fix of the truth. Might I first suggest the most compassionate voice of atheism on YouTube? She is Frisbees and Flip-Flops, also known as Nikki. As of today her channel is blank, but do yourself a favor and Google her name. You will not be sorry you did. Maybe you would like your beauty with a little more bite. My next recommendation fills that bill to the T. I have watched hours of videos on both sides of the God question, but none have, as yet, hit the mark so viscerally as her video entitled Halloween Bible Story. Zomjits Chris maintains a YouTube channel that cannot be missed. Wickedly insightful, quick-witted, and thoroughly a pleasure to watch. How about a little laughter? No, how about a lot of laughter? These next two recommendations are guaranteed to make you laugh out loud, and think critically at the same time. First up is Mr. Deity. What would it be like to have a front row seat at the creation of light? Or, wouldn't you like to know how God manages all the prayers he hears daily? And how did God talk Jesus into the whole life without sin and crucifixion thing? Mr. Deity knows. Wildly funny. So funny, you might consider watching with an empty bladder, or you will wipe. Next, in line for the crown of funniest atheist has to be Edward Current. His video, An Atheist Meets God, has 1,063,636 views right now, and I bet that at least 30 of those views are from me. Very funny, and trust me, should you post one of his videos to your Facebook, MySpace, or Twitter account, your Christian friends won't even realize what has hit them until it's too late. So clever. To quote his catchphrase, checkmate. Of recommendations, by bookending my list with 2 phenomenal men on YouTube that closely mirror the awesome work of my first 2 suggestions, Richard Dawkins and Thunderfoot. The first is the amazing Randy. Well, just James Randi now. Here is a man that has spent decades debunking the spiritual nonsense that has polluted our media. From fortune tellers to world-renowned frauds bending spoons, reading minds, or talking to the dead, James Randi has stood for reason and sense against a growing tide of abject stupidity. Finally, I must direct you to a rock of reason standing steadfast in the gale force winds of religion's absurdity. Here is another man, much like Thunderfoot, with whom you never have to wonder where he stands. Brilliant, articulate, witty, and wise. You would do yourself a great disservice should you not visit the channel of Phil Hellenes. Absolutely brilliant. That is all for now. I have more subscriptions than just these, and will surely add additional subscriptions as time goes by, but these 8 absolutely represent, in my opinion, the very best of the presence of the atheist voice online. From one end of the spectrum to the other, you will find a kindred spirit among these 8. Until next time, and standing in the shadow of these great 8, this is Religion's Black Eye.